So I'm just here to have fun overall. This is going to be an interesting conversation. If y'all want to join, open to that. If y'all want to chat, not sure what else to really talk about, but this is an interesting way to do stuff. I would say, I will say. It is weird that the haters are watching my streams and like screenshotting it or taking a picture with their phone on it. But I guess it's good overall because it's giving me views, and I only showed that image one time throughout the whole stream. So he either was there for a short time at the right moment, or he was watching it for a while until he found something. Even if you muted it, it'll still count as a view. So uh, I'm 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 just, just here to hang out over all. But yeah, hi, anybody? I just want to let y'all know that things are going good for me, even though I've been through a lot recently, specifically mainly from YouTube. This is a big deal, and if you want to join, if you disagree with me, so on and so forth, I can have this right here. You can click on this link if you want to collaborate. I see this one person, and this time I'm gonna really hone in on viewership and see what's going on through that. But yeah. So anyone want to join, you can join, and currently there's nobody on the wait list. So it's open for anyone to really care much about this situation. But it's a crazy thing. Dakota Johnson, the girl that was Madam Web, she got a Razzie for worst actress, and she embraced it. She was all all fine with it. Contacted them to get the Razzie and everything, and it's pretty crazy. But yeah, if anyone wants to talk, debate, whatever, you can. And if I see y'all being like wanting to talk, invites right there. And I still see one person in the two people in the stream. So anyone, y'all could um, talk to me through the chat or click this link to actually to talk to me physically through a collaboration. But if you don't, it doesn't bother me. But we could just hang out for a while. This can just be background noise for y'all to just leave on. You're like doing something else. Oh, but yeah, this is interesting. So what's going on in your life? Just curious. Just wanting to know what's going on through anything really. Wanting to see how things are going. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Nonetheless, really. So yeah, I'm just here to talk about what's going on. Wanting to find things out, you know. So how's it going, everybody? And how are y'all feeling? Anyone want to say something? I constantly see people coming in and leaving and wanting to see what's going on. I mean, you can use your cell phone to message to at least you can use your cell phone to message. At least you can say who's watching. Yeah. Okay. This is really weird, I would say. No one's really wanting to talk. Huh. Wanting to know what's going on. Just so I have something playing, I'm gonna quick.
All right, guys, here we go. The outrage cycle has started for Supergirl. It's in full effect now. The movie comes out very soon. And so every single thing that Millie Alcock says or anybody associated with this movie, anything they say to a reporter on a red carpet in an interview, anything at all, social media, it's going to get heavily dissected by a lot of the hate channels out there. So here we have Fandom Pulse, one of the worst sites on the internet. Stay far away from it. It is absolute brain rot. Do not go there. This is not me promoting them at all. I'm using this as an example, and there are plenty of them, of these hate sites, these hate channels that are going after Supergirl now based on this comment. So it says here, Millie Alcock on the new Supergirl film, I think young girls should walk away from the film knowing that it's okay to be a bit bad and messy. It's just one quote. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't really care about this. Yes, it's a movie about Supergirl, and of course she wants to speak to the girls and the women who are fans of this character. So I don't have an issue with this, and I think any rational human being out there should think the same way. Like, why would you have an issue with this? What is the problem with this one quote? But of course, the narrative machine has to keep spinning for these guys. They have to get people mad. They have to get people outraged about this stuff. And I wanted to dig and find out where this quote came from. Now, after a little bit of digging, I found this site here, which is the milliealcock.com. It's a fan site. And it seems like this quote comes from a publication called Beyond Noise magazine, which came out on the 14th of this month. Now, here's the crazy thing. I couldn't find a link to this interview anywhere. There's no trace of it on the internet. I've done all the digging I can do, and unless somebody out there can find something that's been archived or put somewhere, it's going to be hard to find, because it seems like that the Beyond Noise magazine itself comes out it's pretty expensive. It says here 75 pounds, and I think it comes out biannually. So I think it's, from what I could find, I think it's a weird package thing where you get two magazines twice a year in one package. And that's how it's put out. I don't see any like online digital release of this interview in full. So it makes it really difficult to find out if she even said the thing that they're claiming that she said, which again, even if she did, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So I went over to their Instagram to see if there's some link to an article. There's a link tree here that I see, but nothing here also for me to see that tells me anything about this interview, which is quite interesting, actually, and very beneficial to the hate channels. It's very beneficial to them if there's no public version of this that you can look at and see the full context of the quote. But I did see something here, and this made me want to dig a bit more. Beauty and optimism for the modern woman. So it's a woman's magazine. That's their primary audience. Now, of course, just like with anything out there, anyone can engage with anything they want, whether you're a woman, a man, whatever it might be. You are totally free to engage with any of that media if you want to. But the primary audience they're focusing on here is beauty and optimism for the modern woman. So then I went over to the actual page for the beyondnoise.com, and I wanted to read what their site was about. All right, it says an independent multimedia brand for the modern woman with a commitment to creativity, meaningful and digestible content alongside informed optimism. So there you go. That's what the magazine is about in whole. So a quote where she's empowering women doesn't seem too strange now that we have the context that it came from a magazine specifically geared towards women and optimism. So to me, it just seems weird that you would get mad about a quote from this particular magazine, which you'll see here over on Fandom Pulse, which we shared earlier. It doesn't say where the quote comes from. They didn't want you to go looking for it. They just wanted you to see the quote without any context whatsoever and get mad about it. And I think that's the biggest issue here, is that these guys don't want you to be informed about anything. They just want you to be mad about it. But let's step back for a second, one more time before we wrap this video up. I don't think there's any issue with this even without context. For me personally, I think if you're somebody who is in a movie and you want to speak to a community that you feel intrinsically attached to, whether it be through gender, sexuality, race, ethnicity, whatever it is, however you feel connected to it, I feel like you should be able to say those things without any sort of pushback, because you were part of the process. This isn't the studio coming out and saying this. This isn't the machine saying this. This isn't some PR stunt from somebody associated with the film. This is literally the actress saying this. And this is going to create a hostile environment for Millie Alcock going into this movie because they're taking out of context statements and then they're going to turn it into some sort of hate ecosystem against the film. And this is a problem. It's a big issue. I just want you guys to be aware when you see this kind of stuff, always question it and always dig deeper. There's going to be more there than what they're actually telling you. The lack of context is exactly what they want when they're doing this kind of stuff. I'm excited for Supergirl, and there's no quote that can come from Millie Alcock, whether it be empowering women or not, whatever it might be, to turn me away. I'm not a woman. I'm not a girl. I'm still excited to see the movie, and I don't care if she's doing this because she wants to empower women. That's absolutely fine. I can still go in and enjoy the movie regardless. And I think anybody out there who's excited to see Supergirl and wants to go out and support this movie, you should go see it regardless of what these hate channels are telling you. I think I'm going to be very vigilant on this year, leading in all these movies and making sure that I'm making, pulling awareness into this kind of stuff, because I think it really is important for us to stay up to date on all of this. And I'll talk more about this on the Nocturnal Nerdcast every Tuesday and Thursday. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications, leave a like, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on this. Whether you agree or disagree with me, I would love to hear your thoughts.
So I did this one right here to added this one because this was a new thing. So I just did this so then it's just have it right here to show what I'm like listening to, or the music it says, and I just use that as like a background noise while talking to you. So that's kind of how I pictured this going. That makes sense. So overall, this is going to be an interesting take for most situations. So I'm here to just hang out. Can listen, whatever, right? But
Hey everyone, welcome.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So there's another person possibly watching, and I chose this color blue right here for the thing, because this is the Paramount blue. I looked it up, what shade of blue, what numbers and letters and stuff, and yeah, this is the Paramount blue. But if anyone wants to really talk, hang out, whatever, y'all are welcome to come in and just enjoy, right? So this is just a live stream just to hang out. But man, I'm really hyped for current DC stuff right now, and I really hope I enjoy these things. Of course, I expect some stuff I won't like about stuff, but overall, I'm excited to dive more into DC. I wasn't really into DC when the DCU came out because obviously um, the character of Superman I wasn't really into. But I'm just curious why no one wants to really watch. This is going to be a interesting turn of events, like for the most part. Uh, I'm okay. I'm just gonna. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why no one's really caring to watch, but overall, this is gonna be a cool take overall. That I'm I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Just okay. I'm gonna do this. Do this. Instagram message. For now, I'm really this. I'm just gonna add to whatever person wants to see live. So I'm gonna do whatever, right? Okay. Okay. I did that part. Guess. I did enough to actually do something through that. So notification. Not your comment. Hmm, okay, yep. So that's that. That's that. Okay, okay, and just I really genuinely don't know to think. Oh, okay. I mean downgrade. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just gonna. what else to really talk about overall? This is gonna be um, stream's kind of boring. What to really? Uh, Superman. So yeah, and I don't. Okay, this is okay. This is crazy. No one really joined at all, so I'm gonna assume no one really cares.
Welcome to another episode of Good Hang. Very excited to introduce my guest, Dakota Johnson.
No, there's two people. Cool. This is interesting. In the news of So yeah, this is interesting. Oh, hi. Yeah, like it is weird that it's been a while since no one really said anything. Because there was like people going back and forth. There was two, like three, and like back and forth things. So I'm guessing this might be a same situation where um Rorschach channel took a picture of my live stream. So I'm guessing at some point he goes to the stream, comes back, goes to the stream, comes back. Because right now it says there's 5 people here. And 5 people is a lot for just not commenting. Now 2 people left. I mean, if this live thing view counter is accurate, it's going back and forth. Now it's 4 people, and yeah, hi. Yeah, I've been live for a good while, but no one really was joining. But overall, this is interesting. This is cool. So now 3. Yeah, it's just weird. And I changed the color of my the name thing right here, the name stuff. I changed it to the like really specific color of the light blue because of Paramount. I think what I could do. Oh, to Rorschach, who was probably stalking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the numbers of the views don't really match the comments. So that's why I'm curious, and it keeps going back and forth. So I'm guessing if Rorschach is in the stream, he might be going and then leaving, come back, leaving to see if there's something on my stream that he could like steal, you know. Yeah, yeah, there's that post about the cast of lanterns. I'm gonna actually go to F 56C. Okay, I'm gonna actually check this one right here. This is a different color. I can try FFF 56C. FFF 56C. So I can do that. Okay, so this right here, is SpongeBob yellow. Very specific to that. So just for a little, yeah, I hope so too. And what's weird about that is okay. Okay, so here is, hold on. Okay. So here is this thing right here. Um this right here, this post, this that guy's channel is clearly against the whole thing, so I did that, and these are all my comments if y'all wanna see. So that's what I said, and he was being very respectful and kind overall. So yeah, that's what's interesting. I'm just saying that it is it is fine for them to promote the whole stuff, and they're doing it obviously for awards and stuff, but it also helps the whole promotion aspect too. So it's fine. And I'm doing this right here for SpongeBob Yellow just to be like this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Mm, it's not- Mm. Shade. Yes, color. So okay, here's this. Yeah, Johnny, do you think they're setting up Justice League too early? No, they're not setting up too early. They're expanding upon it because the to me personally, I respect your opinion if you do think they're doing too quickly, but they're doing multiple teams and then expanding upon it as in Justice League, the main group is still not there yet. They're changing the order of the founders and stuff because Batman technically is the founder, but Batman's still not here yet. And they're mixing it up. They're to me they're slower than what they did in Justice League, my opinion. Hi, and I saw you on another stream that was like really like sort of in the bat like toxic realm, like not really bad, but like yeah, it's fine though, but it is weird. See Reddit or not? Yeah, I see. Yeah, to me, it's not that they're going too fast or anything, but yeah. So yeah, that's my take. That's why I changed the color to SpongeBob because I'm just playing along with the whole Paramount thing because the SpongeBob color, this is the exact shade of SpongeBob color that I found. So yeah, if you see it, this is the color that SpongeBob uses because it's an official government issued color. So yeah, I feel DCU Batman is still several films away and best to finish off. Actually, uh, I understand what you're saying and it makes sense, but I think because we don't know if the Batman 3 is gonna happen like soon, like Robert Pattinson might be like become like middle age at this point, and he'll probably be old enough to do Batman Beyond because Matt Reeves takes forever. And it's not like, oh, he's taking forever because James Gunn and everything. It's like, no, he's taking forever because all his movies take forever to make. And I think introducing the Batman beforehand, before his actual movie, might make it easier for to introduce the Batman like quick, you know. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's just he takes forever, so that's my issue on that. I think it's just too crazy overall. But yeah, I guess it sort of matches my viewer count with the comments, so it might have left. I'm not sure, but overall, this is an interesting situation we got here. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that's my take on it. And here's the okay. So there's upload. Okay, I click on that. It's like notification is upload and all that stuff. So that's okay. So yeah, so here is. It's like hold on. Okay. So what else do you want to talk about? Honestly, honestly, so right now, just showing. And the reason why I'm not really showing what I'm doing really because we blame it on Rorschach because I was just doing like things to just watch things together and hang out and everything, but Rorschach just would point out things, you know. He even admitted he got it from my stream, so you can't deny you're watching the stream if you know. Have you Slam's new video about Supergirl yet? Yeah, I think I saw it. It's the whole people are misquoting, no, actually using a quote and being toxic about it and all that. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. It was interesting, nonetheless. Uh, Man, this is it's gonna be fun. Yeah. Mm, yeah, let's what else do you want to talk about? Just comment anything. Doesn't need to be DC related or anything. Just comment anything really. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still there, but I did see him in a live stream, a Snyder fan live stream. But yeah, that's kind of the so I'm gonna just probably use this one right here to is that yeah, this is the wrong one. There you
They
go.
will also receive either a Panda certified seal of regret or approval, based on my personal opinion, because, as previously stated, I am always right, and as a random internet comic fan, I have supreme judging authority, which is also always right and damning. So,
Sarcastic.
shall we begin? First to the stand, the often overlooked first live action Superman, Kirk Allen,
Yeah.
wore this costume in 1948, just 10 years after the comic debut of the Man of Steel. His costume is brown and gray and has a kind of, I don't know, sweater-esque design. Complete with cuffs, so obvious they put him on the goddamn poster. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't hate this suit from a technical perspective. I mean, yeah, the colors and quality are off for sure, but like, it was built for a black and white film. It was never intended to be seen in 4K and full color. It was made in the fucking 40s. It's like complaining that an 8-bit game looks bad on modern hardware. No shit. They were made to be seen on a fuzzy as hell CRT screen or a fucking 40s movie screen. I will say, the untucked, way too wide cape attachments are understandable to an extent, I guess, even if that doesn't earn them points. Fabric materials were way more limited back then, and it's clearly sewn directly into the sweater shirt thing. Clearly, it proves that you can still get some decent pleating even with wide horizontal attachments. Even so, unacceptable! The cape is definitely on the shorter side, but it makes sense for the time. That's usually how his cape was drawn in the 40s and 30s. The neckline shape isn't quite as bad as a t-shirt, but it is, you know, a sweater, so it's not like it's much better. But that's another issue with this kind of neckline construction. The seam for most shirts and sweaters always show the stitching pretty obviously, and the thicker the fabric gets, the more glaring it's going to be. So while I kind of like the sweater material for other reasons, like it doesn't wrinkle the same as spandex, it doesn't have the MCU infectious disease of micro hexagon fabric bullshit, it's just overall thicker. In terms of the neckline, it's going to be another ding. Could a thick sweater material perform better if there was a less obvious seam around the neckline in the correct shape? I don't know. I don't make the outfits, I just judge them. And on that front, is it perfect? No. But I'm going to give it some grace because it had never been attempted before. So it gets a 5.5 crest and 6.5 crests if you include the crest on the back for accuracy to the Superman of the time and for making do with what they had. As well as a seal of approval for making a not half bad super suit in the fucking 40s. For a first attempt, it's a damn good one. The rest will not be afforded such grace. Next up. The most well-known of the early Supermen, George Reeves wore this costume for pretty much the whole of the 50s in the first ever live-action Superman TV show. His suit is definitely a lot more comic accurate than Kirk Allen's in terms of, color and fit, and they seemingly made it of a much thinner material that's a lot closer to the spandex bodysuits that would soon become very, very popular, and sporting our first depiction of a much longer cape. His being at about calf length, which is on the longer side, but it's not breaking any rules here. Speaking of the cape, something really peculiar about the cape is actually how it connects to the suit. See, when I first started looking at the suit, I'll be entirely honest, I was not super impressed. The cape virtually disappears behind his back, and it all just felt kind of, I don't know, cheap. Like I didn't see the full vision. But then, while I was writing this video and researching, I looked up this suit and found it at a museum, and wow. Okay, so it looks like the cape has a sort of combo connection going on. Like it tucks in and connects around the neckline, kind of like a t-shirt tuck. But then over the shoulders, it comes back out and droops down and back just under his shoulder blades. I know I said that capes get some extra points for drooping, but I think I might need to be a touch more specific in the future. Because it's not drooping. It's just, the fabric is literally just cut like that, which is a choice, I guess. And it's not like my reasons for not liking the suit disappear. I mean, the neckline is still too high. The cape falls way too far behind the shoulders still. And the cape's so damn narrow that when it billows, I can't tell if that's a different cape or not. The neckline seam is also super visible once again. And honestly, thinking on it, it might just be a limitation of the fabric choices back then. Because when you look at the suit in the photos from the National Museum of American History, it's fucking ribbed. It's ribbed, apparently. And hey, there's some close-ups of that perfectly tucked cape, so small victories. There's also a great shield on the back. It's red, but, there's so few capes with the S on it. I gotta take what I can. I just can't get over that cutout, guys. It's like it's asking for someone to stick their hand in there and yank them around. Reeves, you get 5 crests because you don't stick to the rules enough, but you do also get an approval for creativity with the connections and the nape drooping. You're not perfect, and you're admittedly kind of weird to look at, but hey, at least you tried. Next up is probably the reason that half of y'all are here in the first place, so let's get this show on the road without further ado. Before we even start, it is scientifically impossible to hate Christopher Reeve or to not just acknowledge how much of a treasure this man was both in and out of the spandex, so I'm not even gonna joke like he's not getting a seal of approval. With that said,
yeah, it's really iconic.
Okay, you can't be mad at me. I need you to promise. I've never seen a Christopher Reeve Superman movie. No, wait, I know, okay? I know, I'm a sham. It isn't on purpose, it's just, I just haven't done it yet. Listen, okay, at least you know that my opinion isn't going to be based on nostalgia. It's just going to be based on what I can see. And just so you're not as worried anymore, yes, Scarlett has made watching every single Reeve installment part of our prenup. So, yes, even the quest for peace. Anyway, I mean, what do you want me to say? Look at him! His collar under his collarbone. His cape connection tucked perfectly. The length, it's a midpoint between the two most common lengths. The pleating, so on point that I can hear my Scottish ancestors weeping with joy. I mean, for fuck's sake, he's even got the yellow logo on the back. Like, come on! And finally, oh my God, finally, we have a wider cape. Look at the immediate improvement. There's more folds, there's more body. It just looks more super. And it makes that square bottom look so much less flat and thin than the previous two. I mean, yeah, I wish the neckline was slightly adjusted so that the cape emphasized his shoulders a teeny bit more, but that might just be because I've been looking at stills and I haven't seen it in motion. Please don't stop. Give me a second. I digress. There's this really famous story that Richard Donner shares in the making of Superman the movie where apparently after a really bad costume test upset him, Christopher Reeve was given full permission to go work with the wardrobe team directly and independently to alter the suit. And when Reeve went in, all he did was tell them, make me look like the comic book. God, what a fucking legend, right? I mean, genuinely, there's only like maybe one or two things I would change about this whole suit. And absolutely none of them have anything to do with the cape or neckline other than like the small adjustment to the neck that I said. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, 8.5's crest. Siegel and Schuster would be proud. Christ alive, that might just be Superman. Guys, I'm gonna be real here. I had never fucking heard of this show until researching for this video, so I'm going to need some supplementary help here. Apparently, this show was created by the father-son duo of producers from the first three Reeves movies, who had apparently owned all rights to Superman in film media and everything related to him for a little bit. They made this show after the Supergirl movie that they also produced in the mid-'80s flopped, and it aired on the 50th anniversary of Superman as a character and 1 year after Superman for the Quest for Peace. Okay, I'm going to be real. This sounds a little cash grabby to me. So, okay, what does our titular boy of supers look like? Yeah, okay, I see. What? Look at him! He's basically just wearing the Reeves suit with a thicker and longer cape. That's awesome! Superboy in this show was actually played by two actors, John Hames Newton for season 1 and Gerard Christopher for the other 3. So there are a few variations on this suit, but collectively, yeah. I mean, this suit is pretty much perfect. It's just the Reeves suit with some improvements. As heretical as it might seem, I actually prefer these suits to the Reeves suit. Whoa, hold on. It's just the longer cape and the shorter boots. Looking into it, to give the cape that shape, it's actually pretty heavily padded around like the high back and the traps area. So it'll naturally give the actor a little bit more size and the cape a little bit more bulk when they're being Superboy. I guess. A little bit of a fun fact. The year before this show premiered, DC wrote the whole time Clark was in Smallville operating as Superboy. Completely out of canon. Crisis on Infinite Earths, wipe that fucking slate clean. He was never Superboy. This fact doesn't really tie in anything, honestly. I just wanted to make sure that you knew because I thought that it was fucking hilarious that for a year before the show had even premiered, the entire premise of this show didn't make any sense, and then it ran for 4 fucking seasons. Listen, you can judge all you want, but honestly, to me, this is pretty much exactly what Superman should look like in live action. Obviously, sans the whole big.
So there's 5 people here. Comment if you're here. Comment if you're here. And if anyone is here, I can add this right here for invite to the stream. I saw 5 people here, and it's been a good while since I did that, so you probably didn't see it, but yeah.
Being a teen and skinny and Superboy. Scale says 8.5 crests. New number 1 for me unlocked. Good job. Fuck, man. 2 straight wins in a row. We are on a fucking roll. Who's next? Fuck. All right. Okay. All right. I can be objective. I can be objective. Just think of the capes, Panda. Just think of the capes. Dean Cain, shit human being that he is, was unfortunately Superman in the mid-'90s. He wore a...
Okay. Converse with stalkers. Background, more evidence. Yeah. Oh, everyone having an awesome day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm currently reacting to some of this guy stuff and talking about the suits, and he rated them pretty well. And yeah, I'm mainly like kind of fishing for the Rorschach guy because he was on the stream before and he was attacking me by spewing lies and all that stuff. I'm used to it by now, but yeah, it's how it is. But yeah, this is gonna be,
Pretty
I guess.
wide variety of costumes throughout his run, so let's just get to it. I'm gonna cut right to the chase here. His season 1 suit, just fucking bad. Cheap fabric, atrocious,
Like,
padded,
mm,
horizontal cape connections, and somehow the neckline is actually too low, which I didn't think was possible, but okay. Ultimately, the only good parts are the bulkier cape and the pleats. Also, this isn't technically a cape thing, but the chest shield is so fucking bad early on. And you know what? It's so damn high up on the suit that it's technically part of the neckline anyway. So I'm going to fucking count it, damn it. You literally can see it wrinkle and concave in promo photos with Lois. What? Why? That is awful. God. Okay. Anyway, back to the cape. Don't worry. It's awful too. It looks like he bought the goddamn thing at Spirit Halloween. And I mean, shit, even they have a deluxe line now. Listen, I'm not giving costuming a pass this time. It's the fucking 90s, and we just had 2 back-to-back perfect suits. They could have pulled it off. Listen, it changes a few times, but it's either super thin and flat or it's half decent. And the real crime is that when it's flat, it has better connection points. You can win them all. They just sure as shit didn't do it here. He just looks like a guy. He just looks like a fucking Looney Tune. And if you rip the fucking fur off of him, he's just gonna be standing there naked. Technically, because of the list, he gets 3.5 crests, but he gets a fucking seal of regret. Get this shit off of my screen. His season 2 and 3 suits are okay, look, they don't change very much. He's got pretty much the same suit for 2 seasons, but fuck, man, it looks good. It looks so fucking good. They fixed the connections on the neckline. There's no more cane cleavage anymore. The S is nice and big across his chest without taking up the whole torso, even if it is, like a massive embroidered patch half the time. Look, it's still too cheap to be the Superman.
Yeah.
But I will begrudgingly admit that if I saw this online or like at a con or something, I would say this suit rocks. Because of the list, it gets 7 crests for accuracy and God forgive me. It gets a seal of approval because it just looks so fucking good. God damn you, Lois and Clark. However, just so I don't have to end this section praising Dean Cain, check out their version of the Black Regeneration suit. Ugh. Right? Why is it so fucking blue? Why is it so obviously spandex? Why are his shoes like that? All right, I feel a little bit better now. That was nice. No crest, no seal. Fuck you, Dean Cain. Who's up next? Okay, so yeah, apparently in the 10 years, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, in the 10 years Smallville was apparently on the air, Tom Welling never actually had a proper super suit with a cape. He just has this one that even he admits is just a t-shirt. He doesn't even have any suits in the revivals. He only wears a suit in the comic books, and I'm not fucking talking about comics today. So yeah, poor dude. This is a cape video. I'm not going to talk about him. Next. So when you have a favorite food, or like a snack or something, it's like your favorite thing. It's your comfort food. It's the thing you turn to when you're feeling down that always picks you up without fail.
That's
great, right?
This is one thing I a little confused about. There's a lot of big YouTubers that use these type of audios and clips of the movies and stuff, right? But I get flagged and reported copyright and all that stuff. I guess they get copyrighted too through that, maybe. I'm not sure, but it is weird for me to I guess sometimes I heard there's some bias on some channels where it's like the bigger you are, the harder it is to get copyrighted.
Right. So what about when that favorite snack gets acquired by a mega corporation and they change the package design and they change the recipe ever so slightly, but they act as if everything is still the same? It's less great, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the Superman Returns suit. So Superman Returns is the kind of sort of weird spiritual sequel to specifically the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. So
Mhm.
technically, Brandon
I don't worry about claims so much. I get them all the time. Yeah, and I think I was watching the original the George Reeves Superman colored one, and I looked up if it was public domain or not, and it said it was public domain, so I was like, oh yeah, watch it, and I'm pretty sure that's the thing that got it. But I did get a strike warning. It would have been a strike if I did it. So I did the whole training course to get rid of it in 90 days, that whole thing. So 90 days, all that stuff. But yeah, and if Rorschach is here, I'm still open to talking to Rorschach channel. It's really hard to find his channel because his channel name's so generic. And his tagging thing, I think he changed the settings so then you can't tag him for some reason. But there you go. I put a invite link for you, and yeah. And the picture right here is a screenshot of what Rorschach channel did, um, bullying me by saying I would go to jail, and the background of that picture is actually me in jail crying. So that's interesting.
Routh is supposed to be playing the exact same Superman as Christopher Reeve, just as if it was updated to 2005.
And
Yeah.
because you're bullying me,
Now,
I'm
I want it
open to
stated out front that
conversation.
I got nothing but love for Brandon Routh, okay? If anyone on this earth had to pick up the reins of Christopher Reeve's Superman, Brandon is a fucking great choice. I mean, God, aside from the eye color, they look uncannily similar, and Brandon is a genuinely good actor, so I, I just feel bad for him more than anything, because good fucking God, this suit is ass, man. Not even focusing on all of that. Why are the fucking trunks low rise? Just focusing on the cape and the neckline. Yeah, I hate it. What in the
Yeah.
fucking t-shirt neck is this? Why does the cape tuck over the top like he's a 10-year-old playing dress up? Why is the red so dark that it almost looks brown? Who is meeting me outside later to fucking run these hands for making the cape fucking latex? How on earth did you look at quite possibly the best adaptation of Superman's suit ever made and go, you know what? I have an idea to modernize this. I got it. Yeah. Let's just make it all worse. Who fucking made this? Was it Lex Luthor? Oh, it was Bryan Singer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Supervillain. It's a different supervillain, but close enough. It gets 3 crests. It gets 3 crests from the list and a seal of regret. And I'm also gonna go and build a goddamn kryptonite island just to
Glad Brandon got a little redemption as Kingdom Come Superman. Arrowverse, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he came back and it was really good. And speaking of that, with the whole different universe thing, I sort of think would be really cool is if Paramount brings back the Flash TV show that they did, their version, the CBS Flash, and I believe he's still around, still acting. So what'd be kind of cool is a continuation, saying like show a like show the end of that show, and then title say like blank years later, and have it so it's a continuation, and then that Barry Allen will be like an older thing, and since he was a cop, he'd be like a high end like commissioner, you know. So him being like a Flash as commissioner and everything, and I know comics he's not commissioner or anything like that, but it's like an Elseworld kind of storyline. Like that would be kind of cool, I'd say. As opposed to small. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, worse. Yeah, I agree. I'm just glad that he didn't mention Kevin Spacey thing, because Kevin Spacey thing is like a slippery slope. There's a good chance he is guilty, obviously, but it's a thing where not enough proof and all that stuff, and I don't want to completely say he's completely guilty, you know.
Pick it up and drop it on your ass for making me look at that again. Okay, all right, but real quick though, Brandon's Kingdom Come Superman suit in the Arrowverse. Peak. No notes. 9 crests and a seal of approval. Fight me. It's perfect. The neckline, perfect. The cape isn't shiny anymore. It's the perfect size and weight for that Superman, for the Kingdom Come Superman. The muscle suit doesn't look like they bought it its spirit anymore. His contacts don't give the Elijah Wood effect anymore. This just means something to me, man. It's so fucking good. It gets 7.5. It gets 7.5 crests from the list, and it gets a seal of approval. Let's move to the next one before I start crying. Henry. You had so much potential. Henry Cavill was the premier big screen Superman from 2013's Man of Steel all the way up until the balance of power in the DC universe was forever changed before immediately dying, otherwise known as Black Adam, in 2022. In that time, he rocked a couple of very minor variations on this suit right here. No, I'm not counting the black one. It's just a desaturation of his normal suit. So this guy. Okay, let's start with the good. I love the fabric that they used for the cape. The bunching on the shoulders, the weight, the way it moves, it's just, it's perfect. I love it. The scene where Superman takes flight for the first time in Man of Steel is what I think of when I think of how Superman's cape should billow and blow in the wind. And the connectors are flat, so they're... Fuck. Yeah, all right. That's all I got for praise. What the hell is this? Why? Why does the cape have little plug-in spots on the chest that are highlighted with fucking borders? Why does the neckline have a flat bar that goes from one end to the other across the whole damn thing? Why is the neckline a trapezoid that cuts in tighter than the cape? All right, look, I have a lot of problems with the suits that Henry Cavill wore, the least of which, ironically, are with the cape and the neckline. And the next section is going to be really fucking long. So let's just wrap this one up with a very indicative of Henry Cavill's time as Superman time, and just say he gets 6.5 crests for an overall decent cape, if nothing else. And he also gets a seal of regret because, well, he's ugly. So... When he was cast back in 2016, Tyler Hoechlin was told that he was only going to play Superman as a cameo in 2 episodes of CW's Supergirl. Since those episodes premiered, Hoechlin has not only become the actor with the most live-action credits as Superman to date, but as of last year is now the 3rd longest acting live-action Superman with 8 years in the role, only behind Reeve and Cavill, who both have 9, and that's being rather generous to Cavill, considering his sum total of 2.5 hours of screen time. And good fucking Christ, in those 8 years, Hoechlin wore a lot of fucking costumes. This is gonna take a while, so let's just get into it. Oh, and before we start, I got a thing from Scarlett here. It says, I would otherwise murder you for criticizing Hecklin's variant, but I will allow it only on the condition that you include this preface. But, also there's a footnote that states, he is the best Clark by a mile and my most perfect boy. Heart, heart, kiss, kiss, love, Panda Scarlet. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Supergirl.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Bad start. Very bad start. I hate this. I hate all of this. Why are there shoulder straps? Why does the cape start on his back? Why don't the shoulder straps connect to anything? Why is there an extra neck piece that comes?
Since I don't want to watch the whole thing just to like do this, I'm gonna skip since his thing is like forever. I'm gonna actually go to the obvious one that we're looking forward to.
Our final entry.
And I think it's fair because that was the next, like David Cornsett was the next person. He was just talking about all the different variations. So I'm gonna
Fresh off the presses, we have Mr. David Cornsweet rocking this number from the brand new movie of 2025, simply titled Superman. I just want to restate that I'm only looking at the neck and the cape exclusively because wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think I like it, guys. I'm on record as hating the new 52 suit, so I will fully admit my bias is peeking through here on this one because I fucking hate it when Superman has a collar. But I will give that this collar isn't the worst. It dips far enough in the front that it doesn't look like it's choking him out, and it's a good height in the back. I will admit that I also loathe all of the unnecessary detail where the cape connects, but if I'm being objective, the connections themselves are not the worst. They are wide and they're pleated on the collarbone area, and good fucking God, that cape fabric is perfect. It's nice and bright and colorful, and it's heavy without feeling too weighty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I will admit that I love the length a little bit less, but what are you going to do? This movie was made in 2024, and unfortunately, most modern Superman artists now draw the cape damn near on the floor anyway. So, sign of the times. Also, hey, congrats on your brownie points for having the big yellow logo on the cape. We haven't seen that baby since the Superboy show in the late 80s. God, I missed it. Okay, I'll admit, the more that I look at it, I don't really hate the cape. I do really like the cape itself, and I'm coming around on the neckline. It wins a seal of approval, and I'll give this guy 7 crests for accuracy, but only because that whack-ass collar has precedent. Only that. That's it. That's all. And that is it. Every live-action Superman ever released.
Yeah, and he was fair, you know? It's like, hold on. I hope David gets more iconic. Yeah, I saw that there is going to be a second, like I think comic book news said that like he's expecting a new suit for Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, cape was too long. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's fair to be critical about it. You just shouldn't completely attack it like most people do.
Least ranked on my completely objective and not at all biased scale. What is our final ranking? Well, conveniently, there seems to only be 10 spots on the board after tallying all the scores. So, in order, our top 10 ranking is number 10. In last place, we have Tyler Hoechlin's Supergirl look and Brandon Routh's Superman Returns suit, both of which only got 3 crests. I love you both, but why the hell do you look like that? Don't worry, though, they will redeem themselves later. At number 9, we have Dean Cain's disgusting season 1 fit with a 3.5. Hey, Dean, maybe you could fail out of the NFL for a second time with those big-ass shoulder pads, but in these parts, we like our Supermen a little bit more classy. Pull that neckline up, delete Twitter, touch some grass, and maybe, just maybe, you'll remember what Superman is actually supposed to stand for. Moving on. Number 8. My beautiful, beloved, perfect black and silver Hoechlin suit, coming in with only a 4 out of 9 crests. I'm so sorry, little one. You're number 1 in my heart. Or at least you're close. You're number 4 at best. Take pride in the fact tie here between Kirk Allen, George Reeves, and Hecklin's season 1 super. We got a 3-way tie that you beat out Dean Cain wearing a regular super suit. Number 7. So we got a 3-way tie here between Kirk Allen, George Reeves, and Hecklin's season 1 Superman suit, all of which got a 5.5. You're all perfectly fine suits. You just all have 1 or 2 glaringly obvious deviations that stop you from getting higher on the list. Funnily enough, none of you actually have the same glaringly obvious deviation, though. That's weird. Number 6. Okay, listen, Hecklin's going to be all over this list, but number 6 is squarely his, ironically, with all of these suits scoring a 6. We have the Superman and Lois season 2 and 3 suit, as well as my beloved Fleischer suit. They're all really solid interpretations between Hecklin's season 4 suit, and while all of these suits have incredible, well, top 5 is shared between Hecklin's season 4 suit and Cavill's, well, all the suits he ever wore, all scoring a 6.5. While all of these suits have incredible capes with great qualities, they are all held back by their connections and length, respectively. They're good, but they're not great. Number 4. Dean Cain's season 2 and 4 suit.
Also,
it got a 7. It just looks so good. But not top 3 good, and thank God for it, because I don't think I could have managed to say those words since, well, he sucks. Fuck Dean Cain, on to the top 3. Number 3, our bronze medal is given to my beloved, perfect, gorgeous, beautiful, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Brandon Routh, Kingdom Come Superman, with a 7.5. Come on. Did you seriously think that I would have a list about Superman outfits and not get the fuck out of here? He earned the bar for the rest to pass. However, some did pass. So they are number 2. Our silver medal goes to the new boy on the block, David Cornsweat, with a staggering 8 crests. If you got rid of the collar and shortened the cape by like a couple of inches, this would be fucking perfect, because it's damn close already. Seeing this in motion is just, it's spectacular, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. However, he is not the top spot. That honor goes to number 1. The crown goes where it has sat since 1978, upon the head of the Superman, Christopher Reeve. Yeah. As well as his Superboys, John Haynes Newton and Gerard Christopher, all of which scored an 8.5 out of 9. The closest the world has ever seen to a direct 1-to-1 adaptation of a superhero costume. These guys blow the rest out of the water in terms of accuracy and deserve all the flowers that they have received over the years. Though, given the lack of buzz around the Superboys, I'm giving them their extra flowers here and now. What else is there to say? I mean, just look at those capes. They're just super. With our final ranking out and done.
He hates Dean Cain because he's part of ICE. ICE is a thing where they kick out the immigrants, stuff like that. That's why he hates them. That's like the main reason, I'd say. But yeah. And if Hydra, if you're still here, I hope you're still here at least. And I don't know. Overall, I'm gonna. Yeah, politics, and politics is a separate thing. And to me, if their political stuff doesn't interfere with their like movies and TV shows, then that's the thing. And to me, if it's more of like a religious aspect, I'm fine with that. You know, if your like your political views or like social stuff, I have an issue whenever you use that and put it in movies and shows. But if you're religious and you're all about like this kind of thing, I am fine putting their religious like thoughts into some projects that fit that narrative. If that makes sense. To me, religion gives a pass whenever you're using that in like movies and shows, because that's more of a belief, like completely true, like to yourself thing, versus social politics and regular politics is more like um a different thing, like ideology and all that stuff, you know. That's my opinion. My opinion is separate, if that makes sense. That's why I'm completely fine for like Angel Studios and stuff like that being like Christian based, but I'm not fine with whenever Dan no the, when the Fairy Odd Parents creator made that streaming site, the streaming streamer that was supposed to be Christian, but he lied about it and all that stuff. So that's my issue about that. And if anyone's still around, we can I'll add this again because every time comments show up, this kind of gets hidden through that. So I'm just adding that to it again. So more people can join in, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting thing, I will say. I don't mind politics long there's purpose involved. Oh yeah, that kind of thing. If it's like based on a true event and true thing, politics works that way. But if it's like politics as in like, well, it's a new story and like you have to believe this thing, like that's my issue. And I respect everyone's opinion if it's not their what they think it is and like what they see it as. Um, yeah, it's strictly these are strictly opinion based and all that stuff, and that's completely fine. But yeah, so yeah, overall, it's gonna be interesting how all this plays out. I so yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna actually to me here is here is a way to actually take criticism and accept that people don't like certain things about certain things. And here.
Recently, I actually exchanged texts. Well, I got a voice note from Sandra Bullock.
Wow.
I know, because I don't know if you know, but I won the Razzie for Worst Actress.
Oh my God, you did?
Mhm.
Congrats.
Thank
That's a
you.
really good, there's a
Thank
lot of
you.
good people that have won that.
Thank you so
Mhm.
much.
What did you win it for?
This really good movie called Madame Web.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't know if you've heard
and
of it.
did you accept the Razzie?
Oh yeah.
Ugh,
I asked if
and-
they'd send it to me.
That's incredible.
But Sandra Bullock sent me a voice note being like, I heard you are in the Razzie Club and we should have brunch. We should have a monthly brunch. Because I guess she won that when like the year that she won the Oscar. Recently, I actually exchanged.
So like that's how to take criticism, you know? That's how to actually accept that some people didn't like what you did, you know? And whenever she promoted stuff, it was accepting that some people didn't like the stuff and all that stuff. And yeah, it had it yeah, yeah. So that's how to do that one, and I'm gonna actually. Okay, here is that. Okay, I'm gonna do. Okay, here is this. I'm gonna put that one right there, and like this, that, boom, boom, boom,
It
boom.
sounds like that the old
Yeah.
suit that Superman wore in Superman is out, and a brand new suit that is said to be different than the one that we had is going to take its place, and that they're going in a more classic comic book look sort of direction.
Okay.
Ahead of the production of Man of Tomorrow, brand new reports have hit that just like last time, when production starts, they are going to get ahead of the leaks and reveal official new updates to, well, Superman's suit, if you will.
That's
And
good.
what we're hearing is that they have redesigned Superman suits for the sequel, and that it's more classic in nature and not so far out of left field and, well, Marvelized, if you
it's
will.
true, that's good.
Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't fully buy this.
Yeah,
Like,
I
let me
don't believe
explain
it,
to you why.
but
For one, I don't think that they want to go in a direction where they're doing the DCEU fake muscle.
yeah.
It just looks ridiculous at this point. I mean, we're past the 90s. You don't need that. They are using the same philosophy when designing suits that Marvel Studios has done.
Yeah.
And redesigning all the costumes would just be a complete pivot and shift that doesn't make sense. But I do believe Superman is going to get a new costume because he has to.
Yeah.
You have to evolve it for the sake of merchandise, for the sake of
toys,
updates.
and
This is why every comic
promotion.
book film now gets a new suit. That's literally the point. They even did this in the DCEU. Like, this is what you do. You have to change it. It's merchandise, it's marketing, it's requested by shareholders because they know
Shareholders, yeah.
this sells. So I do believe that we are, in fact, going to see a new suit. I just do not believe that it is what people are saying it's going to be, which, you know, is something that's more classic looking because of this or that or whatever the case is. You know, I just think people, specific people that hate the DCU suit, are trying to blow things out of proportion. There's no way they pivot that hard, because if they would have, Supergirl's suit would have changed substantially in her film.
I'm only assuming, I'm only guessing that you're against the Superman movie, but chances are they're gonna change somewhat of it. Like, if they don't change the suit itself, they're probably gonna change it like in a way where it's damaged even more further, or it's a thing where they're oh, okay. like this comment makes me think that you're against it, so I was just like, I'm assuming that you're not. But like, to me, if they don't change the actual suit, um it could work if they change it, as in like, um if it's a thing where it gets like ripped. If it gets ripped, torn, and everything, and then he's fighting with the really, really damaged suit, because before it was just like battle damage was like fire and stuff, it was ash and all that stuff. But if it was like really, really damaged, like towards like probably the middle of the movie, and then they stitch it up and like make it different, and like probably make it harder to break, you know? Like, for instance, if they're working with if he's working with Lex Luthor, and he really wants Superman to be able to really fight Brainiac what if Lex Luthor makes Superman's suit more like indestructible, you know? And I'm saying this as in like if the suit was completely destroyed towards like the middle of the movie, and towards like the third quarter of the movie he ends up getting a new suit from Lex Luthor in like the third quarter, as in like close to the actual fight, if they have a big fight versus like how Brainiac's gonna control something and everything like that. So like that, to me, that would be interesting. And yeah, I can see that for sure. If you see abs and upgraded suit coming into play. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad that you're seeing my idea of perspective was what might go on. I could see the suit not changing for a long time, and the fact that it didn't change for a long time would be a surprise that it changes and stuff like that. Like that would be an interesting idea. And what would be really cool is because Jon Stewart is in the movie, he protects Superman with like a force field, right? Brainiac attacks that force field, tries to hurt Superman, and Brainiac's so strong that it goes through his force field, and then it damages Superman. But because the attack was weaker because of the force field, it doesn't kill Superman. So it's the whole thing where it's like, oh, if the force field wasn't there, he might have died, kind of thing. Like that. That's kind of an idea too. So yeah, I have a lot of perspectives of things and all that stuff. But I'm gonna actually go to this and paste that. Go here. Yeah.
Is the upcoming Supergirl movie in trouble? Is it going to be another girl boss type of movie like the Marvels was? Let's dive in and see what is happening.
Okay.
This coming from That Park Place kind of gives us a little idea of what Millie Alcock, the star of Supergirl, is kind of hoping for when it comes to this movie. She stated that she hopes that girls learn it's okay to be bad and messy. This is where all this "is this movie in trouble" is coming from. Look, I know I'm one of the ones that I don't want to see a movie, throwing down messages down our throats and things like that. But people are taking this, I think, the wrong way. That Park Place specifically. Now, they do talk about how the film reportedly portrays Kara as more rebellious, emotionally raw, and shaped by a far harsher upbringing than her cousin Superman. That direction aligns with comments from DC Studios leadership indicating the character will be edgier and more flawed than previous portrayals. There's nothing inherently wrong with flawed.
So yeah, that's where I got that from. You got it. And I think James did say they will have more than one suit, but why upgrade when you can make another one like the and Superman can be his year 1 to 3 suit, because I think oh yeah. To me, that whole mom making the suit, that makes sense and all, and it's fine. But what if the suit was sort of a suit for like an everyday use? Because what if the hear me out. What if the suit that he's wearing for fighting is supposed to just be like a normal clothes for Kryptonians. And then the suit that he really wants to use is a military suit, in a Kryptonian military suit, but he's not ready for it. You know, what if the robots are programmed or seeing that he's not ready for this amount of responsibility? Because I think getting a much more powerful suit um, should require training and all that stuff. So like that could be a possibility. Or of course, this suit could be a thing where it's a military suit, but it's not a high-end rank suit. Like there's a lot of different possibilities in this situation. Don't forget about James Gunn saying everyone have upgrade suits. Yeah, that is possible too. Like there's a lot of possibilities of that, and and just straight up just really wanting things to be good overall. And I'm gonna go to I'm gonna show you my screen, and I did change the name for through that, and I just think this is just a funny little situation right here. That was the edit. Uh, change. Okay. Huh. Yeah, you see the thing here. We will get. I really hope so. I hope so. Sideways. I keep praising wanting Sideways, and Sideways would be a good way to make it like another like Blue Beetle type of thing. And yeah. Yeah, sure. I don't have connection with David Superman suit. It actually looks breathable, and if he flexes, you can see his muscles. Man of Steel was dope too, but I know they had padding in the suit though. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, as you can tell, like this is sort of like a troll thing, and as you can see, some of what I have right now is 422 subscribers, 1,000 300 something videos, and a lot of them are like shorts and stuff, so that's partially what it is. And I'm just showing this. So yeah, I'm just I'm gonna go to community, um, show what I have right here. See right here, as you can tell, Rorschach showed that I had 3 channels. And I'm not gonna click on that again because if he's still around, he's definitely gonna screenshot the thing again, take picture. But from here, you can tell that he is a stalker. He went to my stream, waited for me to show this, and then he took a picture and everything that. So like him calling me a stalker is very funny because he's clearly crazy enough to do this, and you can't argue that, oh, it's not crazy, it's crazy or not crazy, you know. But yeah, it's this guy is going too far, and if you really want to know, this is how he acts. This is toxic behavior. Person's mentally unstable. I really feel sorry for him. If he I think he could just have some mental issues that go really deep into his probably childhood trauma, uh, and yeah, this is just going crazy. This was 2 months ago, so it's well close enough to be good.
So, I form the equivalent of Lex Luthor in a Western country. I feel incredibly repulsed by pretty much this entire film and the worldview it validates. So I guess the inclusion of this quote seems to be implying that this movie is enabling anti-immigration, especially for Middle Eastern people. I don't know how Mosquito could possibly come to this conclusion in good faith. One of the most common sentiments
He's a stalker. People have multiple accounts on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have multiple accounts, like one that's a premium account, and one that's my channel, and one that's just in case anything goes wrong. And it's not really a backup channel or anything. It's more like I if I want to watch something that doesn't have the algorithm, you know, that's why. Non-algorithm, and then my channel, and then a premium account, you know.
I grew up around was the idea that people like me were evil monsters coming to Western nations in order to subjugate and replace the good values of Western countries, while also treating women terribly. It was either full assimilation, or you would always be an outcast, because forbid a Middle Eastern person be proud of who they are, instead of loathing the idea of their own existence.
And because it's been a while, I'm gonna do it again, and just in case Rorschach is here, I can invite him in. Rorschach, if you want to join the channel, collaborate. He's a crybaby bully. His friends can't defend himself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's crazy. So I'm gonna I'm showing this on screen to see if he wants to join. Technically, anyone that wants to join can join. But Rorschach, if you want to join, you can join, and you do use your voice in the channel, but you do a weird kind of voice. You don't use AI or anything, but you just like that kind of voice. And it's obviously you're not using your actual voice. But Rorschach, if you want to, here's the link to join to talk. I see right when I said talking, communicating, debating, viewership went up. Rorschach, if you want to, we can talk. Right when I said that, viewership went down a little bit. Went back up, I guess. Okay, I'm just sorry. I was keeping track how many people are actually watching. But if you want to join, here's the link. You know, if you want to talk, yeah, it seems like he's scared because it. I mean, it does seem like he's here. I mean, if uh, oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna actually go to see what's going on there. Oh wait, what? Okay, if you want to interact, there's Okay. Stalk you now. Basically played a version of Batman. Yeah, and if he's still here, I mean, so far he hasn't joined. If he's still here, like he hasn't even commented, and there's still more viewers than chatting. So it's a little odd, I'd say. So there's people. Okay, there you go. There's that. Okay, I'm gonna actually stop this one right here, and I'm gonna go to this. Go to my Instagram.
Ooh, yes! Oh man, this is what we need in our universe, bro. Look at this. Yo!
Oh,
No, that's crazy.
overreacting, really?
Damn! Yo!
Bad.
Omega Man! This is what we want for a DC universe. We want Zack
No.
Snyder back to give us this. We want a Justice League 2. We want our characters to be taken
What?
serious. James Gunn isn't taking any of these DC characters serious at all.
Do you mean in Peacemaker when he accidentally killed his dad? And you mean Peacemaker when he accidentally killed his brother 2 times? Yeah, he accidentally killed him, and then he believed he was the reason why everyone dies, and he's the reason why his life gets worse and worse. Oh, you mean when let's go to Marvel, okay? Rocket Raccoon, how his life was really, really sad, and he discovered you learn that the reason why he's rough and like really like intense is because he was tortured and so on and so forth. I mean, there are plenty of reasons what's going on through all that stuff. So I don't know what. So that's yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy is really spoiled, and this guy's channel. Like he does the meme of watching Flash, and all of a sudden Bruce Wayne drops the quote. Yeah,
You could also
or like
destroy
he
everything.
he's
I
doing
could
the
save her.
whole thing where he's like, oh, I'm doing my chores, and then playing something in the background. And he's just standing there. So I mean, like this guy is pretty crazy. Obviously I'm not following him, but he shows up.
This is what DC
So yeah, this is
is supposed to be. This is what we want for our universe. James Gunn just completely butchered it with that Lanterns trailer, bro. Brings
that Lanterns trailer has nothing to do with James Gunn, but yeah,
Zack Snyder back. This is what we need. Look at this, bro. Aquaman versus Darkseid.
This Aquaman thing was not Zack Snyder, but
look at God damn. Look. Ooh, yes. Oh man, this is what we need in our universe,
No.
bro.
It is weird that Darkseid is getting hurt by this because he's supposed to be a god. He's supposed to be.
Look at this. Yo! No, that's crazy. Damn!
That's crazy. His reaction doesn't match what's happening on screen. Yeah, this is obviously fake footage, and like he says, "Oh, we want this to happen," and all that stuff.
Omega Beam! This is what we.
That's not Omega Beam, because Omega Beam twists and turns like this. It goes like this, like that. That's not Omega Beam. That's just laser eyes. He doesn't understand Omega
We
Beam.
want for a DC universe. We want
No,
Zack.
yeah, whatever. It's just crazy, right?
No reason why you should be defending this movie because you didn't like this trailer. No reason. There is absolutely no reason why you should be doing this. Are we going to forget how trash the Green Lantern movie was? There is a reason why Ryan Reynolds makes fun of it every chance he gets. You know, that's not like on purpose or an accident. No, that's not by accident. That's on purpose. He wants to remind people that this movie was terrible. You know, stop. Well, let's stop this. Let's stop pretending that the Green Lantern movie was this misunderstood masterpiece, because it wasn't. We're not about to sit here and say that this movie was misunderstood or build some revisionist history bullshit. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Not going to happen. Will not happen. I know what y'all trying to do with it, and it's not going to happen. Okay, I get it. The Green Lantern trailer was not what people expected it to be. I will be honest and say that it wasn't what I expected it to be either. But we have to remember there's a lot of shit in the trailer that they are hiding.
Yeah, but the classic Aquaman isn't Zack Snyder's vision. Yeah, and what's funny about that is the Snyder cut gave for some reason gave Amber Heard an English accent, but the Aquaman movie, she did not have an English accent. What's the point of the English accent? Because Amber Heard does not have an English accent naturally. So the English accent was added to the idea. You know? What's the point of the English accent? I'm really confused, right? I don't know. But overall, this is crazy. Mhm. Mhm. I'm showing this because he's saying misinformation for no reason, really. So here it is.
At the end of his Justice League movie, we see Martian Manhunter meet with Batman to assemble the Justice League. But originally, Zack Snyder wanted Jon Stewart to be talking with Batman. So in 2020, when he was able to finish his movie, he fully filmed the whole scene in his driveway with green screen and a motion capture suit. But sadly, because DC was making their own Green Lantern show, they made him cut it from the movie. But he did edit it and release this photo showing what could have been.
Nope. That is false because he shot that against Warner Brothers' permission. He didn't have permission to do that. He shot that and then wanted that to be in the movie. There's a difference. I swear the hashtag versus. Jason Momoa never even wanted to play Aquaman, which is funny to me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Amber Heard isn't wanted back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And some of the Snyder people are saying that they don't. Some of them don't want him back, but like, if you don't want them back, then it doesn't make sense to get the Snyderverse back because you're still recasting. Man, okay, okay.
An Akon. Nope. For real. No, fool, I'm dead serious. I am not playing at all. To the sun. Ruin Superman. No, I'm serious. Now, see, there's no racist motive behind this. It's just a scientific fact. If you are in the sun that much, you are going to be melanated. Only way you can survive is by being a melanated person.
I know that this is going to ruffle some feathers when I say this, but every race produces melanin. Everybody is a part of a melanated race, including white people. Yes, they may not produce as much as we do. They do still produce melanin. The pink of your lips, the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, that's all melanin based. Matter of fact, majority of every creature on earth, either be plants, trees, etc., get their color from sunlight. It is when you have a lack of sunlight, you may not have much color. And unless you are albino, which makes you melanin deficient, every race produces melanin. Not just that, but the sun doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care what color you are. Everybody can get sunburnt and everybody can get cancer from over sun exposure.
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
White people do not produce as much melanin, so they burn out quicker. Just because we don't burn out as quick doesn't mean we don't burn out at all. As for Superman shouldn't be white, I'm sorry to tell you this. There is a Kryptonian of every race, not just white. Superman, issue 239. On Krypton, there were nations of many people, including one in particular that had an advanced civilization of black people. There have been other black Kryptonians and other Kryptonians of other races. Now, I'm not going to talk down to anybody, but that thought process is ignorant because you are choosing to use a genetic superiority to punch down on others, doing the very thing that people did to us. Now, when it comes to my comic book company, King Lion LLC and the Melaninverse, we seek to stop stuff like that, to eradicate racism completely. And the best way that we feel that we can do that or accomplish that goal is getting everybody to see that we're all the same. Now, how do you do that? The very thing that you are saying should justify why Superman can't be white is exactly why Superman can be white. Actually, he can be any race he wants because Superman, like everybody else, produces melanin. Because we all produce melanin, we all have the ability to absorb sunlight radiation. See, my comic book company creates comic books for kids that show them no matter what color you are, no matter what race you come from, everybody produces melanin. This is one of the reasons why we took race out of our books completely. The only thing that you'll see race, it says melanated race. And how melanin used and the part and role that it plays within my universe is a really big thing, because if we can show kids of every race, the thing that makes these characters so amazing is the very thing that everybody produces in their skin. If we can get them to see that, we can get them to see not only how ignorant racism is, but that the very thing that gives you all your differences is the thing you all share that connects every last one of you. So anybody can be Superman because the very thing.
Yeah. You want to see something funny? Oh yeah, by the way, this picture is AI. It's not even in the real trailer, so I don't know where they got this from because it's not in there. And this one right here is a promotional picture for Superman, or the Man of Steel. This one right here is most likely a shot in the movie. This right here never happened. This one right here is also a promo shot. This right here is part of like a trailer. Here is this Green Lantern. Okay, he's dead. A dead Green Lantern. Why not show the whenever he jumped in the air, like flew up in the air? Why show this right here when he's like down? This one right here is Guy Gardner. This is not Guy Gardner. This is Zod. Wait, what's this? Zod was never shown. Oh, this is from the Superman teaser trailer. How do you know if this is Zod or not? Hold on. Supergirl 2025, 2026, Zod. Okay, no one says that. So who's Zod? Cascade. So a quick Google search says Zod was not casted yet in Supergirl. So this right here doesn't make sense. Why show Zod? I don't understand. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't understand why lie like that. See, this is the picture that should be there. This looked better and everything, so I don't know why. So I don't know why. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. So what else do you wanna? Um, what else do you want to talk about? So there's still some people here. Okay, I'm gonna see if Okay. I'm gonna see if he's done something. Hey idiot, why don't you have any post on here? You call yourself a critic and yet you have no videos to show what you critic. Maybe you are of other people instead of videos. Or are you gonna start posting videos? So here is a interesting take. Gonna actually go to his channel and actually show him. Okay, shout out to about this stalker named Critic Chris. I thought he was like a movie critic or whatever in general. Yeah, so yes, he's an idiot, all right, and don't count on him as a critic. But instead, he stalks people on the YouTube position. Okay, what a brave move he did. Okay, so this guy right here is crazy. Yes, he did. Thank you, Jim. More of a stalker, just like Johnny Doe. Where did I stop? Okay, there you go. So what I'm saying right here is where did I stop? You were in my stream without commenting, and you just took a pic of my other accounts. Seems to me that is stalker behavior. So yeah, there you go. Seems to me that's stalker behavior. So yeah, I had to expose those guys. No, some guys change his username. Okay. So he has found at least one of the channels. So, please, for the love of God, change your. Okay. I'd say. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna change my actually search accounts. So Wait, hold on. So he knows my account. Got it. So I'm gonna actually go to view account. See if personalized channel. Okay, I'm gonna actually do this. Here is okay. I'll go to this channel. Go to user. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna go to this. Try to harassment cyberbullying. Okay, harassment cyberbullying. Okay, I'm gonna do this right here. Reporting user. I'm reporting these stuff. I'm gonna report all of these videos because is total and so there you go. And if Rorschach sees this, there's the thing. And here is all of that. He's a creep, crazy person, so on and so forth. I'm really wanting to deal with how crazy this person is, but overall, I genuinely don't get Rorschach channel. Yeah, I'm gonna. Wow, what happened? What happened to his videos? What happened to all of that? Report. hateful and abusive content, harassment, cyberbullying. So yeah, this really seems perfect. So I'm gonna go like that. So yeah. To hide, to, I don't know. The YouTube settings, privacy, but the checkbox, keep an eye on my lights, keep all my lights private. So I'm gonna see what's going on here. I'm gonna go to settings, privacy. Okay, and what's going on with this? Okay. Comment that find the user. Yeah, I'm gonna end stream. Sorry about that.